Hi everyone. Today we will start our module 2 of SEO tutorial in which we're going to cover the three base of SEO. The first one being on-page and off-page SEO. In this particular topic, I will be covering the definition, the techniques involved into the on-page and off-page SEO. Then I will be covering what is a white hat SEO techniques, what is a black hat SEO techniques. This is again a base where you really need to give a clear line boundary on the methods that you are using to promote your website or a business over the search engines. Then we'll be covering the competitor analysis, how it helps you to build a better SEO for your organization or for your own company. So let's start. So, on-page SEO is actually a method that you are doing in order to have a good presence over a search engine. And in this particular method, you are just working on your own website. So, like example, you're working onto your content, you're working onto the keywords, you're working how the structure would look like. So, designing part, implementation part, hosting part, all the stuff that you are doing for your own website, that's the on-page SEO. So, this includes that providing good content, good keyword selection, putting keywords on correct places, giving appropriate title to every pages. So these techniques, these implementation over your own website is defined as an on-page SEO. And off-page SEO is actually the work involved around working on some other website like link building. You are mentioning some link onto different website so that you can get a better backlink from that particular website. You talk about providing deep links onto any other website or social bookmarking. You talk about social presence. So these methods that you're using to show the presence across different website and not onto your own website, this is the off-page SEO. In the course material, we have defined the complete steps involved, what you have to do if you haven't designed your website, what are the key parameter points that you have to keep in mind before moving with the on-page and off-page SEO. Let's move further. Now we'll talk about white hat SEO. It's actually a technique which adheres to all the rules and regulation of search engine. So the best part being is white hat SEO means he's a good guy, he's following all the rules and regulation being published, being publicized by a search engine, and if they are doing it, then these all parameters will be considered as white hat SEO. So let's start. The first one, if it adheres to the search engine guidelines, as I said, it does not involve any deception. This is one thing wherein if the search engine makes an audit and every time to give a better user experience, the search engine constantly is doing audits across the World Wide Web. And if they find that your website is deceptive, you're not from Apple, but you're trying to be one, then while during the audit you will be caught, and then you'll be thrown out of the search engine algorithm. Whenever the crawlers or the bot comes, they will never try to access your website, and your rank will start moving down. So you just have to make sure that whatever content that you are using, or whatever presence that you are showing over the World Wide Web, it's not deceptive. If you are not Apple, don't try to be one. Now, let's move further. Just ensure that the web content should have been created for the user and not just for search engine. In the previous years, way back in 2000, 2005, there were a lot of website developers who were just trying to formulate or trying to bluff the search engine algorithm, where it just was putting just little bit content which was required for a search engine to make the website go up into the algorithm, just to be on the first position or on second position. So they were not putting enough content. So whenever the user used to come onto that website or that particular link, they just used to get a little bit of information. They used to exit out of it. So in the past year, Google or any search engine like Yahoo, Yandex, or Baidu, they saw that there is a very enormous trend of having a high bounce rate. So there, the few engineers decided that if the bounce rate of any website is very less, that means that the content within the website is very appealing. If the user is coming in, they are trying to navigate across the website, they are searching, they are staying onto the website. So that by that, they judge that okay, this particular website is really helpful for that user, and this one parameter is very important for ranking into Google or any search engine. Let's move further. You really need to have a good quality of web page. You need to ensure so everything, if you see that all the points is somewhere drilling down onto the better user experience. If your content is really good, if your images, the site structure, the loading time of the site is really good, then yes, these are the white hat, the techniques which you can use to rank better in Google or any other search engine. Now let's move further. Now we'll talk about the Black Hat SEO. It's completely different, from White Hat SEO. In this particular section, the web developers, the SEO people, they try to bluff and try to play smart with the search engine. Sometimes they are able to, succeed, but once the audit is being done, they get barred and they are not able to run their link or they are not able to show their website over the search engine. So it's very important to know about the black hat techniques because you will come across a lot of experience in your career or while doing the SEO that okay, I used this particular technique and I was able to succeed and there were a lot of users onto my website. But you have to make sure that that the technique that you are using is not coming under black hat. You might get a success for like a month, two, or it might prolong for 6 months. But yes, once you're caught by within an audit, if the search engine sees that you're trying to bluff and you're trying to play around with the algorithm, you will get out. You will be thrown out of the search engine. So whatever effort that you have, given uh, to do the SEO would be just will go into gutter. So just moving further, first thing that you have to make sure that serving one version of the page to search engine, Spiderbot, and other version to human visitors. There are a lot of times this particular technique is known as clocking. This word clocking is actually sometimes the website owners who try to uh, show one particular content to search engines, one particular content to user. You do not have to follow that. Just make sure that what you're representing the content to the search is exactly the same content you're representing to the user so that the trust factor remains. And this particular talking SEO technique I have defined into the course material. I would request the user just to go through it. You'll get a fair idea of what exactly it means. Now, moving further, using hidden or invisible text. Let's say example, you're showing some few content over your website. It's there with, as written in black, but few things are in white, which you normal user can't see. But let's not forget that once the search bots or spider comes and crawls your website, they try to read in a synchronous manner. They just go from left to right, drilling down by line. And at times, once they are able to find out, okay, this particular word is getting repeated and it's not highlighted in black or it's written in hidden format, HTML format, they will again try to penalize that particular website. So just make sure that you're not doing a keyword stuffing onto your website by hiding the keywords within the content by white ink or by using some HTML tags that can hide some particular content. Repeating keyword in meta tags and using keywords that are unrelated to the site content. This is called meta tag stuffing. Meta tag stuffing, a lot of times, I've seen, and eventually, even search engines have noticed that the people they just try to stuff a lot of meta keywords into the meta description or within the content. So they know that okay, if there are a lot number of time the words, all the keywords are coming within the description, yes, they know that they're gonna rank better. But eventually, the search algorithms have evolved over the time and they started using some smart methods to bar these things. So way back in 2000 and again 2005, again, this particular method was being used, and a lot of website owners were successful in ranking better into the search engine. But after having some few formulation over the search engine algorithms or evolution, you can say, it started so they started penalizing those websites by uh, implementing or asking them to unhide those particular meta tag descriptions. Let's move further. Creating a low quality web page that contains very little content but are instead stuff with very similar keyword or phrases. So you just have to make sure that you're just not punching keywords into your content. The content should be really relevant and you should know that what exactly the user is searching and how you can grab those users and you can share that particular information onto your website. The best word that I will use that these pages are called doorways or gateways pages. So they, in order to rank better or to make money by showing ads onto your particular website, a lot of website owners they just try to bring the user that hey come onto my website, but eventually the users have evolved over time over the internet. They know that okay, if the content is not particularly relevant, they will just go out of your website. And by this way, the search engine algorithm they notice that how much time a particular user is spending onto a particular website. And if the time is really high, within the algorithm, they try to give a better ranking. We will be talking about mirror website by hosting multiple websites, all with conceptually similar content but using different URL. Again, the search engine will try to block you from running your website information within search engine if you're hosting multiple sites. So let's say example, there's one particular website called xyz.com. There's a different website abc.com hosted within your own hosting server, and the content is also similar, and if you're selling some kind of a tool package, both the website has a similar content. So when these crawler comes onto your website with these so-called different URLs, they try to scan the content, and if they see that both the content are similar, both the content are being hosted by the same hosting servers, and the links are different, the search engine will penalize you on that particular scenario and will bar your links from being accessed within search engine. So you really need to make sure that you're not mirroring any content from any big website. Your content should be really unique, very formulated contents that helps the search engine to crawl your website and they are not penalizing you. I have seen in the past that this particular, there are a lot of user who just try to copy paste content from different website and they try to post onto their own website by just moving like couple of words or sentence just like top or bottom. But let me tell you something that the search engine algorithm is really smart. They check they scan each and every word within the content, and if they find any kind of similarity, they try to bar that particular website from running. So you just need to make sure that the content that you're writing within your website, it should be really unique and it's not getting mirrored from any other third-party website. So this particular technique is one very important thing that you really need to keep in mind while doing an SEO for your company or for your own website. Now let's move further. Again, creating a rough copy of a popular website which shows content similar to the original to the crawlers. Again, what I've said that just copy pasting things from the popular website just to make sure that you rank on those particular content above the competitor. But this strategy will not let you to rank better in the search engine. So the points that I have told in Black Hat SEO techniques, you just need to keep those things in mind while doing the SEO process for your company or for your website. Do not follow these black hat techniques, because at the end of the day, the search engine, once they make an audit, they will try to penalize or will try to bar your website or your company from running your links or information within the search engine. Just to make sure, just to get a fair idea, we'll jump on to the next topic, which is a competitor analysis, which is again very important phase to strategize that what your competitor is doing. So competitor analysis is just a technique by which you get to know that what your competitors are doing over the internet. So let's start this topic. Competitor analysis is a research that specializes in the collection and review of information about rival firms. It is an essential tactic for finding out what your competitors are doing. So when I get into this business, and if somebody is outsourcing me for their SEO strategies, or they want some help with SEO, first thing that I ask to my clients that please list down uh, the competitors that is already present in the market and they are doing similar business. This gives me a fair idea that okay, these things are being performed by the competitor firms. That gives me a fair idea on how I have to use the similar steps and what will be the different angles or different steps that I can use for my present client that will help them to go further or get a better ranking than their competitors, which is already present in the market. Now, 5 steps to do a competitor analysis are: identify your top 10 competitors. Use tool called SEM Rush to do the same. Analyze and compare competitor content, blog posts, white papers, ebooks, videos, webinar, podcasts, slide PowerPoints, visual content. Frequently asked questions, at what kind of a questions and answers that they are giving, featured articles, press release, news, case studies, bio guides. So in short, you just need to grab all the information that your competitor is doing. Moving further, analyze their SEO structure, the page title, the URL architecture, what kind of headlines that they are using, what is the content that they are promoting, what are the internal links, image, look at their social media integrations. Again, one very important to see that what they are doing in within the social networks. Identify the areas of improvement for them, and what is the area of improvement that we're going to suggest to them that you can implement for your own website. So by this, you will get a fair idea that what strategy that you have to take for doing SEO for yourself. Having said that, in the course material, I have defined the complete structure, the steps, all these steps with a particular definition. So with a few contents, I will request my user to go through it, and for any kind of question, please drop me a message. I would love to answer your questions. Thank you.